After logging into ReServe IQ, you will land here on your floor plan. First, let's look at seating a walk-in guest directly to a table. To do this, we simply double tap on the table that we want. We'll then click on the plus symbol. And here we can enter information about our guest if we choose to do so. Up at the top, we can put in their contact information and look them up in our system, or add them as a new contact if we're maintaining some type of a contact database. If not, we can also simply just type in the guest name here in the reservation name area to track that, or we can simply save if walk-in guest is okay in this reservation name. We can also change the party size here, and at the bottom indicate if it's any kind of a special occasion as well. Once we've edited that screen to our satisfaction, we can simply tap on Save, and that guest will be seated at their table. The table will turn somewhat of a teal color, and you'll see that here on the floor plan. Over here, table 13, and the timer will start. If the guest chooses to move to a different table, I can simply click, hold, and drag that reservation to another table. I drop them. I'm going to leave my little status wheel at seated and just tap off, and now they've been moved to another table. To update their table status as we go through service, I can simply double tap on the table. Here I can make edits to the party size, either plus or minus, and I can also move the picker wheel through the various statuses, ending there with bus request. If I tap off, you'll now notice that the table has turned brown for bus request. Once they are done eating or playing, whatever the asset is allowing them to do, I can simply double tap on that asset and clear it. Now that particular asset will be ready for a future seating. Notice how the color is gone. Also, I may have guests that appear on my mini guest list up here in the upper left-hand corner. These could be guests that have come over from ReServe Cloud, or they could be guests that I've added to the guest list by simply clicking on the plus sign. If I want to seat guests from the guest list, there are two options here. I can either drag and drop them to the table that I want, or I can use ReServe's game plan, which is an intuitive feature that will wiggle tables for me that meet requests. So I'm going to show you both options here. I'm going to start with using game plan. So I'm just going to click on the purple reservation. You'll notice that one has a request. If a reservation here is in white, that means it does not have a request. So I'm going to simply single click on my Smith reservation here. It's going to open up a little pop-up, and you'll notice the X's and O's. That's game plan. When I click it or tap it, you'll notice that a table or tables will jiggle, letting me know which ones might be appropriate. I can either select one of the tables that ReServe is shaking, or I can certainly select a different one. I'll go ahead and select table 10 here. And then I'm going to be changing my status wheel. I'm either pre-assigning them to that table, paging them for that table, or possibly seating them at that table. I'll simply change that, tap off, and now they're seated at that table. That's using game plan. The other way to do it is to simply drag and drop them where I'd like to seat them. For the Jones party, for example, I'll click, hold, drag them, and I will simply drop them on a table. I will roll my picker wheel again to seated, whatever status they should be at, and tap off. Very, very easy to utilize those features in ReServe. In this video again, we went through seating a walk-in guest or seating guests from our guest list. Thanks for watching.